we're live. Oh my god. Let's go. It's time for the ultimate times. Anyways, now we just wait for, as we have always, the two people in the booth today, right now, are so far as me and RSS, as you probably hear. But anyways, welcome to Lambeau Field in wonderful Wisconsin, as we have a very exciting NFC showdown between the Packers and the Falcons.
Yeah, this has been a good rivalry over the years, as it's split down the middle, 2-2 apiece. Falcons swept S2, Packers swept S Season 3, and who knows what's going to happen this season.
As we get into this game, the Packers are coming off a really close win over the Detroit Lions last week, while other side, the Falcons had a multiple stream delays before they finally ended up with a loss last week. So let's see if they can bounce back and make themselves 1-1 this season. As we have Joseph Young come out to the field.
Joseph Young did win Player of the Week last year for NFC, as he had 3 touchdowns to 0 interceptions in the win over the Lions last week.
Yeah, he had quite a performance and won himself, as I mentioned, the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Jesus Christ, I can't speak right now. Hold up. I need the alcohol. It has to be keen and focused as we have the first down. And the pistol set. This is interesting. Hand off here to John Herbert. He has a nice lane. Takes about 9 yards. Probably, very short at the first. What a nice run to start, though, for the Packers.
Last week, the Packers running game was a bit bipolar, with John Herbert having a few good runs and a few bad runs, and he's hoping to right the ship this week with having a good performance.
Yeah, and there's another one to him. They trust him outside. He gets another about 5 yards. Enough for the first. So he mentioned James. Go ahead. Okay, yeah. As you mentioned last week, he didn't have a strong outing beginning of the game in terms of rushing, but then as the game progressed, it seemed the defensive line started wearing down. He started getting way better in providing more production for the Packers.
Yeah.
There's, again, another nice run from him. And Kevin DeBruyne is hurt. Wow, that's an interesting loss for the Packers already.
He's a former wide receiver converted to tight end during Season 2, I believe, and has been with the team ever since the season's draft.
Yes. That was a nice 5-yard run, by the way, for John Herbert again. Let's see.
The Falcons' defense has a very interesting rookie in King Julian, who last week had a great game, but not as good as the Packers rookie Trey Hyman.
Yeah, he had quite the outing. I think he had a pick and some others. There's another nice, solid run out of the backfield. Nice little catch there by John Herbert. Every play so far has been designed to John Herbert. Interesting to see they saw last week's performance and trying to get him involved as fast as they can early.
And Julian had, I believe, 2 pass deflections and 1 pass breakup. The pick was in the non-counting game.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And there's another underneath. There's A Sharp, and it'd be first down for the Packers. 6 yards in reception.
A Sharp was, I believe, picked third round at the Season 1 MPSL draft, the inaugural draft for this league, and was with the Falcons for Seasons 1 through 3, and then traded this offseason to the Packers for Big Chungus.
This is an audible at the line here from Joseph Young as he takes the snaps, looks around, scans, throws underneath again to John Herbert. He got hit, though, as he was throwing. Nice juke. 5 yards on the game. That was a very interesting play sequence there. It looked like he was going to get sacked. I couldn't see who that was coming in quick, but whoever it was coming in with a whole world of hurry, right up the gut.
I believe that was King Julian, the rookie.
Interesting defensive back blitz as there's a second down. Hammered it off again to Herbert. Nice hold the open. He gets another first. I believe that's now 3 first downs for the Packers offense to start this opening drive.
the Packers' offense has looked very good so far to start, and it looks like if they keep up this game plan for the whole game, it's going to see a lot of John Herbert and a lot of quick, short throws.
Yeah. Interesting to see if they keep this game plan up. They try to maybe run some interesting check down. Nope, there's another 7-yard play there by Jesse Young to Zay Sharp. The furthest throw so far through the air. Which is interesting.
The Falcons' defense at least in the game that we commentated last week, got beat a lot underneath, and I think the Packers are just using that to their advantage.
Sends another nice run there by Herbert, and he gets only 2. Does not get the first. To get the, I think this is the first third down attempt for the Packers this game. It's a very machine-like drive, just driving down the field, and it might stall out at the 27. Right, knocking on the doorsteps of the red zone. Young throws it, misses his guy, incomplete, and the Falcons defense holds on the 3rd.
I believe that Joseph Young was targeting the rookie Theo Edwards, who had a very nice diving touchdown grab last week against the Lions.
And then they're going to go for it. Interesting play call already from head coach Kyle. They want to get really quick into this game. As there's another throw, and he'd be first down. I believe that is. Nope. Derek Cyclone on the reception there.
He had 1 reception last week for 77 yards in that long touchdown, which definitely helped out the Packers in winning that game against the Lions last week.
Thing is, there's a play action. Throws deep. He has him wide open. There's a touchdown. Theo Gibbs. Quite the offseason for him, but he finally gets a touchdown for the Packers.
Gibbs was bouncing around a lot during the offseason from the Lions, the Packers, back to the Lions, I believe, then to the Falcons, then back to the Packers.
Yeah, he's been all around everywhere. He couldn't find a home, and it seems like he might be finally getting situated here in Green Bay. As the kick is up, and it is now a 7-point game.
I mean, if you're the Packers, that's the first drive that you want to have. Start the game in a touchdown and a very, very good drive. With the Falcons defense really not being able to stop anything there.
I'm saying, yeah, it was the majority of that drive was just nice chunk running from John Herbert up the middle. I think they had 1 or 2 runs outside that went big. Just they're establishing the run game early, which is where they are the strongest, especially with John Herbert.
Yeah.
Is now you see the Falcons offense try to respond to this touchdown. To be kicked into the end zone, he's going to take it out. Takes up to 10, 20. He takes a nice little juke move, but does not go any further than that. To the 21, they mark him. And here comes Quandale Dingle to the field.
Last week he had a decent game. Yeah, he does lead the league in yards, and I know it was just one with, I believe, it's over 350. And he did have 4 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions last week, which is what killed the Falcons.
Saying, yeah, remember most of our stuff is being from the game we commentated, not really from the, unfortunately, other games they did. So my knowledge on some things might not be exact. As if you're first down, they're gonna hand it off to Phil Swift, the rookie, and he only gets a yard.
Swift almost had the greatest debut game for running back since season 2, but then things happened, and the redo game he got, I believe, 70-something yards.
This is another handoff outside, and nothing going there either. Only again another maybe 2. Third down already for the Falcons, and really, yeah, they really start off strong as the Packers did in terms of the run game.
Pretty much looking like the opposite of the Packers drive.
Yeah. Even how it's been so far is this will be the shotgun. Dingle Fires it quick, and he just overthrows his guy. He had Jack Cooper wide open, just a little overthrew him. And it'd be a 4th down for the Falcons. Probably going to punt it out here.
Yeah, that would have been a big play for the Falcons, probably getting them 30, 40 yards there if Dingle would have hit him. But Dingle unfortunately overthrew him, which is a good for the Packers defense.
There's a nice broken tackle, but nothing with it. Up to the 43 as the Packers offense comes back out.
Yeah, great first drive for the Packers offense. Sorry.
Yeah, so they had a really surprisingly could have been 3 and out, maybe 4 and out, but they were able to just continue that drive and ended up in a touchdown.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see they come back and try to. So let's hope they try to replace that again. As there's a quarterback read option, Joseph Young's on a scramble. Is he going to get the first? He is. He gets 11 yards off of that. Okay. Incredible! Joseph Young, more known for being a passer, just completely takes that on the read option and takes it for the first. Very impressive.
Who had that on their bingo card for tonight?
I don't think I did. I don't think many people did either. As there's another handoff to John Herbert outside. It is a nice pancake block, but he only gets 5.
I mean, the Packers' offense just right now looks unstoppable, including that read option from Joseph Young, which is definitely going to keep the Falcons' offense off balance here.
Yeah, quarterback, you probably game plan to be very in a pocket and not very mobile. Doing something like that, that's going to throw you off you for a whack. As there's another play action, but he's coming in quick, and he's sacked! Bartholomew takes down Joseph Young for a loss of 11.
I don't know if you noticed there in the beginning of that play, but Joseph Young got stuck on his running backs when he was trying to get the play action off, which is allowed enough time and a missed block for Octavius Bartholomew to get through there and bring down Joseph Young.
Dang, yeah, I was noticing that the weird kind of stutter there. It looks like they weren't very well in communication, giving the play action off. They thought he's going to actually get it. It's another screen pass there. Herbert underneath, runs into his own lineman, shoots it, and gets stuck. It's about 5, but not really much you can really do there whenever it's 4th and 15. As they're going to bring the punt here.
And that's the stop that the Falcons needed and that the Falcons defense needed after our first drive for this Falcons defense. They get a good stop.
Yeah. And then the offense struggled their first drive, and here they come back out. Hopefully, you're thinking you finally get the stop, at least a quick little stop there to kind of hopefully shift momentum to your side. Yeah. So let's see if Dingle that can capture that lightning and try to keep it in the bottle and run off with it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see how they respond.
I mean, the Falcons if the Falcons get points here, even if it's a field goal, that's going to be huge.
It's a heavy set. Looks like they're probably going to run it again. No, they're going to pass it. Quick pass, slant, and there's a flag on the play. It's probably PI because Ricky Bobby was not able to get to that pass at all. And it is on the rookie Johnny Flame.
He was, along with Trey Hyman, back-to-back picks for the Packers in the first round of this year's draft. Just, Ricky Bobby got stuck, I believe, on the safety that was playing low, and which made Johnny Flynn kind of panic and looked like he tackled him.
And there's whoa, that was a dangerous throw by Dingle there. Right over the middle, and I think that was Ben Simmons who denied any attempt at the passing attempt there.
Yeah, Ben Simmons has been an elite linebacker for the Packers since he came over from the Jags in that 1.6 trade in the season or off season.
There's another screen pass there. The teams love their screen passes. There's a nice blocking there. Gets it up to the 1st and more. Nice 19-yard reception off of that. It's going to show more for, obviously, Dingle being 19 yards, but that was almost all Phil Swift there. Perfectly read his blocks, and I think he had to, almost shedded the tackle before he finally got pushed out of bounds.
I mean, if you saw there was a big pancake there by the O-line, and which is pretty much what got Swift that first down.
Oh, yeah. There's another pass here from Dingle. He's going to throw underneath again to Phil Swift, and he's going to get 5. Both teams loving their checkdowns right now with their running backs. So as you mentioned earlier, obviously in the scrap game, Phil Swift had probably one of the best rookie performances we've ever seen in Week 1, with 3 touchdowns and how many yards to boot. But unfortunately, had to get scrapped due to not being able to see the stats. So let's see if he can try to, I guess, take the momentum from that game and maybe push something into it. But he gets another first down there, so maybe there's promise.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons need more of this. You know, Phil Swift was lightning in a bottle last week. They need more of that lightning in those bottles.
Yeah, obviously the longtime superstar, Ricky Bobby, was very quiet, but everyone else was having major career games. As there was another run there for Phil Swift up the middle. Nice cutback, and he'd get another first.
Phil Swift is looking like how he did last week in the scraps game.
Yeah, proving out why he was highly talented in the draft board as the running back 1 prospect.
Yeah.
To many of the coaching. As we see again, the first and 10, and in there right now in Packers almost red zone. It's Dingle's gonna throw it wide open in the middle. Ooh. I believe that is a sharp. No, that's Big Chungus. My fault. Big Chungus. Wrong receiver. My fault, my
Wrong year. Wrong year.
Wrong gear, unfortunately. The numbers are the same. Unfortunately, it was just the other one. Anyways, nice catch there by Big Chungus over the middle. Dings him into the red zone. And then with the first red zone attempt for the Falcons tonight.
Again, Falcons gaining momentum here.
So that's what we're saying earlier. You know, they kind of ride that momentum off of the nice stop. There's a nice run there by Phil Swift, and he is in! Touchdown to Atlanta!
Is officially his first career touchdown, his first career MPSL touchdown, as long as nothing happens to this game.
As long as nothing happens. Welcome to the MPSL. Phil Swift. No correlation to the little person. Let's just make this clear.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure no copyright laws get struck in here. They're playing someone else, not him.
Yeah. Didn't get revived from the dead.
Yes. Anyways, nice run there by Phil Swift, though. Perfectly read his blocks. Right down the nice hole. Perfectly. He walked that into the end zone practically.
The Falcons offense with a good drive there. Going down the field and scoring. You know, Dingle looked good. Phil Swift looked good. And let's see how the Packers respond here.
Saying, yeah. You know, that the defense gave him that stop, and the offense was able to capitalize finally off of it.
Yeah.
Saying all the way downfield. I mean, that was, I'm pretty sure, almost an 80-yard drive, maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
all the way down.
79.
Saying, that's the type of drives you want. Long, methodical drives down the field where you get nice chunk plays every once in a while. As he up to the, and he take it out of the end zone. See where he runs to. He decent running up to about the 30. Interesting.
Generous spot there, but that's just a good return there. You know, farther than normal returns.
Yeah, he a little 5 yards extra over what he would have got if he just decided to kneel in the end zone there. So Young coming back out after not a ideal last drive. Got the sack, put him out of any chance of them getting a first, and just hope they get some yardage, and not much there. So we'll see how they respond to that. As there's him throwing again outside, and that I think might have been Zay Sharp actually. Or was that Cycle?
Yeah. I believe
the numbers
that
are.
was Zay Sharp.
There's too many 8s on this team. It's kind of hard to see them, but yes, it is indeed Zay Sharp.
Kyle trying to confuse the commentary teams out here.
This is the second time that we've mentioned this. It's all kinds of gambles on which receiver you're going to choose here.
Yeah.
This is a play action. He goes right into the guy. He fumbles the ball, but his lineman is able to save him. Oh, man. Nick Lemieux, I believe, forced the fumble. No, it is Zacharias. No, yep, Nick Lemieux forced the fumble, but just lucky have his lineman jump on it,
Yeah.
prevent it.
I believe that was Pariah, Kaz, and Lemieux who combined on the sack there, I believe, is probably what Matt didn't get to rule it.
I think it's going to give it to him, but I mean, Lemieux was right there reading it from the start. There's another off the edge, and he comes fast, but Young just throws it away before he has a chance. Nick Lemieux again was there to make the play.
Yeah. I mean, Lemieux has been a known edge rusher since S1 for this Falcons team, and he's really blossomed as of late.
It was stop here for Atlanta, and that's, you get the stop last drive on the Packers, and you get another one here. See, the offense repeats also what they did last drive and getting a touchdown. That's kind of the deal he won. You see the stats there for Phil Swift: 5 rushes, 31, and a touchdown. Ooh.
It's not even showing his receiving stats, which I believe he has like something
about
around 20 yards for receiving.
He's saying like 20 yards or something like that around there. So
yeah.
About 50 yards altogether, said and told.
I mean, they're just hoping the Falcons are hoping that this offense can get another touchdown here, which would be huge for them.
There's another handoff outside. Phil Swift, he has a nice running lane, and I think he gets about 5. Yep. Down.
I want to mention Harry Truman here because he was actually the other player. He was the last player involved in that Jalen Bradford trade in the offseason of him looking to try and steal more ankles.
It's a nice third and short here. I think they're going to run up the middle with Phil Swift. And no, they're going to pass here, actually. Quick throw underneath to the slant, and he just gets batted away.
Good
I believe that's straight.
I'm not sure.
I look at the number real quick, guys. Hold up. Give me a sec here. That was a nice pass break up there for the defensive back. As they're going to punt. Interesting play decision there, considering it's only a short yardage, but...
Ooh, what a punt.
A nice punt, though. Wow. Pins him right at the 3.
Falcons defense is a sack or a good TFL away from a safety here.
Also, I have looked it up on the spreadsheet. That was actually Johnny Flame who caused the pass breakup up there. So the guy who got called on PI earlier this game with the pass breakup.
Seeking revenge.
As here comes the first drive within a very dangerous city potential here. See how they do it. They're going to hand it off inside. John Herbert again, and he gets about 5. No, less. Interesting spotting. It says the 8, but only says second and 4 and 6. So I guess 6 yards to go, but I guess a little hair over the shy.
That's how Madden is.
Sometimes you never know.
Yeah.
As there's an audible at the line here and he's going to hand it off for a pitch outside to Herbert, and just doesn't get much upfield. Getting down to the 10, 3rd and 3 coming up. Octavius Bartholomew again in the tackle.
It's funny how they said Herbert got 4, but ruled him down at the 8, and now this play they said he got 3, but ruled him down at the 10.
Yes, Madden moments we love to see it. As Young throws quick over the middle, he gets completed, and it'll be a first down for the Packers. They sharp. Getting some breathing room finally after being right there and behind, almost causing a safety, but able to drive out of that situation. And we'll see how they can mount the drive here.
Yeah.
As Young audibles again at the line, hands it off to Herbert. Nice line on the outside, and he gets about 4. Decent hole, got kind of tripped up, and didn't get much more out of that.
Young seems to not like the play calls from the offensive coordinator. Who knows, maybe if this was RL, I'm going to be calling for that offensive coordinator to be fired.
There's a pistol again for the Packers. They're going to do another handoff, and it gets instantly blown up. Oh, man. Chief Keef read that like a book and got a perfect hit on John Herbert as soon as he was trying to look up for a running lane.
That's what any elite linebacker does, and especially Chief Keef. He's very good at just penetrating through the line and getting tackles.
Seeing Young fires, throws deep. He has a guy wide open. Give me a first down. Up to the 50. What a play. Nathan Peterman attack. I'm just trying to see the number because it's so. Yeah,
It was
so many eights here.
Cyclone.
That's it. Derek Cyclone, thank you. With a nice, deep route there. And it's completely left wide open. Found a perfect in between the zone for the first and more.
That's just a big play that the Packers needed there.
This John Herbert takes a cutback and gets about 9. Barrels over the Falcons player and gets a little extra off of it.
If Herbert keeps this up, he should be having maybe around 150, 200 total yards on this game.
Yeah. He's saying, mention keeping that riding that wave that he had last week as he's another run up and towards the outside, gets another few yardage, and then it's another first for the Packers. Kim Julian on the tackle there.
The Packers just really love running the ball so far this first half, and it's been working. You know, the first drive, their touchdown drive, got helped out by a lot of good Herbert runs. Now this drive looking like the same.
Saying, yeah, it's another quick pass underneath by Young to that'd be Zay Sharp, gets him about 9.
Zay Sharp has, I believe, 97 or 98 speed, so it should be interesting to see if they want to send him on a deep shot.
Saying, yeah, he was that caliber. It's good to try to send him deep and see if you can probably get him for a nice deep shot once in a while. This is play action. And speaking of it, they're going to throw it that way, and they get added away. That was Derek Cyclone there being targeted, but it's going to be pass interference on the defense. Oh, man, Nathan Peterman touched him a little too early before the ball got there, and he got called on the PI.
I mean, Peterman, without that PI, would have had a nice pass deflection there, but now is...
Sets up the Packers perfectly for a first down. There's a nice hole there by John Herbert. He's in! Touchdown! John Herbert.
Herbert has just looked very, very good this game. I mean, this is exactly what you want out of him, the running back of his caliber who can catch the ball and run the ball.
Yeah, perfectly. He's been looking like a Terminator out there by himself, pretty much putting the entire Packers offense on his back when needed, and right there for exactly why, as there's now a 7 and the extra point. A 7-point game. 7-point game.
I'm sure the Packers offense would love their defense to get a stop here, but let's see how the Falcons can respond to this.
Saying, yeah, a lot of the drive that got him into that end zone was a lot of Phil Swift. They're also explosive running right back, so it seems to be a battle of the running backs really this game between Phil Swift and John Herbert. Both of them have been putting up impressive game stats already in the first half. I think both of them have a touchdown and almost about 100 yards. This would be a nice kick. It'd be kind of short so he can return it. He's going to. And he's going to try to cut it around. And he gets up to the 25. 26, we're going to mark him. Dingle coming out.
According to Mr. Bob Ross, Swift had 97 total yards last week. I'm assuming that's what he's referring to in his DM tweet.
Interesting. So he's already almost has that already in this game alone. So he has 36 rushing yards. But he's seen a lot of it has been on the passing attempts. As Dingle, he's going to run back. He gets sacked. Hot dog on the sack. Maybe a loss of 12.
He's a rookie who fell to the third, fell to, I believe, late third or early fourth, and they got moved down to edge after the draft was over, and it is his first career MPSL sack.
You mentioned he's one of the few who got moved down to edge after they got drafted. Another one being Rashawn Scary, who had a very impressive week last week with 4 tackles for loss and 2 sacks, along with a forced fumble. So let's see if he's able to try to replicate that. And there's a nice run outside again to this is Phil Swift, and it gets instantly destroyed. Ben Simmons. And just like that, it is a 3rd and a country mile for the Falcons coming up.
I like how known commentator Roll Dog likes to say, Walmart parking lot.
Yes, as Dingle looking, scrambles right into front of the guy, and Joe Mama gets half a sack. I don't know who else are going to credit the sack to, but I thought he got the full one. But another huge sack for the Packers, and it pushes the Falcons all the way up to 8, which is a very dangerous punt now. Especially since it can now be blocked, and it looks like they're going to try to do a punt block. Heads heavy, and it's not going to work. Packers, it's going to get to the 50. We hit the 2-minute warning in this first half.
And Packers have looked 100% like the better team this half so far this game. Herbert looking elite, and yeah.
Seeing it, Herbert looking elite, and Zay Sharpton's having some decent nice catches underneath, trying to get him off some break one. This is a nice throw there from Young to absolutely no one. That is a Kenny Pickett type of pass. My goodness. I seen a lot of those last year, man. You see those and you just immediately get flashbacks of some terrible playing. But it'll be 2nd down coming up.
Not having war flashbacks of Kenny Pickett.
You don't understand, man. Sometimes, as Young fires deep, he's looking for it all. He gets batted away.
Underthrown. I believe that is. I think that might be Lancelot on the pass break up there, on the pass deflection there, just underthrown from Young, trying to get Theo Gibbs on a deep route.
I think that was Edward Jones.
No, that was, I looked it up, it was indeed, that was indeed Lancelot on the pass break up there.
Yeah, I believe Edward Jones is 24. This was a good stop from the Falcons defense when they needed it. You know, Packers getting good field position, just Falcons defense responding with a good stop.
It was indeed Edward Jones actually, but yeah. Yep, there's a nice see, that's the stop you need, especially since they were in prime field condition there. As there's another nice punt all the way to the 1. These punters are on serious amounts of just something, because I have never seen such perfect punts tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you know, last week for the Packers, their punch was a bit inconsistent, but these last 2 punts, two of the last 3 punts have both pinned each team down inside the 5.
And that is exactly what you want for your punters, as they try to run it out there with Phil Swift, and he gets about 2. So he gets him up to the 2, but it's still 2nd and 8, and you're still very close to getting a safety.
Yeah.
The thing is, something else too, we're in 2 minutes. The clock is still ticking, which is very interesting that the Falcons are not maybe trying to move in any hurry at all.
I mean, if I remember correctly, the Falcons do get ball off their half, so they might be trying to not get a safety.
And there's a nice run there to give him some breathing space by Phil Swift. Gets the first. Got a gain of 9, I believe. Johnny Flynn, the tackle.
The Falcons look like they're just settled. They're fine with the score going into half. They're not hurrying it up at all.
So no hurry up, no timeouts used. Already 40 seconds left in this half. Interesting to see. As Dingle falls. Oh my goodness, Joe Bobby was in there, but Ricky Bobby was wide open perfectly, and there's a timeout there by Atlanta.
Ricky Bobby was, I believe, Ricky Bobby, I believe, was top 3 in receiving yards last year, and at least top 3 in receivers, and top 5 overall. And with a quiet game last week, he just needed that big reception to maybe start his season.
He's saying, yeah, he wasn't very looked at all, and saying on that play there, Joe Mama was coming in fast. This is a nice deep ball.
Ooh.
He has a guy, and it's juggled and dropped. Oh man!
I believe Johnny Flay might have gotten a hand on that.
Wow, he's saying that's good defense if he did. Otherwise, my goodness. A juggling attempt and just couldn't hang on to it. That could have gone to the end zone, honestly, if he hung on to that.
Yeah.
As it stands, another quick throw outside and does not get there. Couldn't tell I was off tired or if that was just good defense. Might have been a point mixture of both.
Mm-hmm.
As now 3rd down for Atlanta after the nice big play by Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Situation like this works. A nice 3rd and long. See if they can look for someone here. There's a play action. Dingle. Rolling right. Throws. Out of bounds. And I believe was actually had the receiver's hands, but he got blasted as he tried catching that. There's going to be a holding call in the field. And there it is. And I believe they're going to, decline it. 4th and 10. 20 seconds left. The punt team's going to come out here and see the Packers. All 3 timeouts. See if they try to make some magic happen.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers really only need 1 or 2 big plays to get into field goal range for their kicker to take a 10-point lead going into half, which would be huge for them, so you fucking get the ball after half.
And I don't know what was going on there, but as it stands, they'll get the 28 with 12 seconds left for the Packers.
That was a very strange punt play.
I think he shanked it, and it's just so short, the return team didn't want to touch it and cause a fumble that could have gone badly for them.
Yeah.
As look, they're probably going to be the heavy set, probably just going to hand it off to John Herbert and go into half. And that's exactly what it looks like he's going to do. Yep, and the Packers are going to attempt, and they'll be going into halftime. Score 14-7 at half.
Very ball after half.
Yes, it's a very heavily defensive contested game. Besides the 3 touchdown scoring drives, it's been a lot of punting so far.
Yeah. I mean,
that's beautiful punts too, though. I mean,
yeah.
You might want to check these punters for PEDs after this game because it's been impressive punting. Besides that one shanked, I see some highlights from the first half. John Hurd, nice touchdown. There's also Theo Gibbs, nice over the middle catch.
I mean, both teams' offenses were a bit inconsistent, but Packers key to second half, keep up John Herbert playing good, and for Falcons just get more Phil Swift chunk yardage and good dingle throws, and Falcons could get right into this game.
As the teams come out of the half, Ryan, our silent reporter, do you have any news from halftime from either of the teams?
Nothing much, man, other than both teams complaining about the protection on the O-line, as both teams have given up a lot of sacks so far.
Yeah, I believe it's combined 4 sacks between the 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, thank you for the report. The punt, as the kick is off now, we start the second half of this game. Kick short, and try to return it up to about the 25. 26 with their mark again. Very generous spotting, honestly, but as it stands, here comes Phil Swift out. 9 rushes, 46, and a touchdown.
I mean, he had some good runs in the first half, and you know they might just need to get him more involved in the receiving game to get Dingle going, because it looked like the more they used him in the receiving game, the more Dingle got settled in, and the more Dingle was able to start completing his passes.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of those passes in the first drive that got him that touchdown were nice little underneath before he finally put the deep shot into it to give him a nice range. As Dingle throws exactly what we were saying earlier, throws it underneath 6 yards by Phil Swift.
I mean, for QBs, sometimes it's not about getting all the yardage for the first time in one play or always throwing it deep. Sometimes it's just getting settled into games, and quick, short passes can help QBs get settled in.
So yeah, that's what you need from a running back is this kind of dynamic guy who can do both. And there's a nice run outside. He's going to cut it back inside, get a first. That's all about, I think, 5 yards.
Good first.
Kyle
Good first
Mitchell.
down. Sorry.
I was just saying who was on tackle. You can go ahead.
Yeah. That was a good first down game by Phil Swift. Good cut in. It looks like he's been seeing the field really well tonight, and he's just been good.
And yeah, very, very solid hit for him as there's a nice throw over the middle and underneath Jalen Bradford on the reception there. Saying the Packers, again, were coming in hot up the middle. It looked like the defensive tackle completely shedded his block and was coming in fast for a dingle sack, but he just able to get it out just in time.
Yeah.
This is Dingle again. Throws it over the middle, and it's picked! It's picked! Their first pick for the Packers! He's going to go for 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Packers! Off the pick six, Ben Simmons! What a play!
He's been known for dropping interceptions and sins in games. He finally gets an interception, and he returns it to the house. That is just great defense behind there.
That is a beautiful coverage by Ben Simmons. Sat on that route as he was watching it come to him, and he just took it straight home. And just like that, the half does not start off as particularly well for the Falcons ever hoping, as there is a pick six to start.
Kyle himself is very happy as well, as saying that Ben finally caught one.
Saying, yeah, he had, I think, one or two dropped ones last week. And finally was able to get that pick and take it all the way home. It's now a 14-point game in favor of the Packers.
That pick six, last week Vikings had a pick six. That one ended the game from Neon Sanders, and Dingle with another costly INT here, which is the start of the year.
Saying, yeah. See now. Packers. Not gonna lie. We'll see. Sorry thinking out loud. That's my fault. Anyways, you see the nice little area coverage as the Packers get off again for the Falcons to try another attempt with the ball, as there's another turn short.
Yeah.
And nice. Nate's gonna have nothing really as much there. 23.
The Falcons need to get a touchdown this drive. Their defense has looked good this game. Maybe a bit inconsistent, but the Falcons desperately even need points this drive to stay in this game.
Saying, yeah, the defense was holding a team that went up, I think, scored about, 35, almost 40 points last week. Only the 14 the first half, but their offense just can't seem to capitalize off it and stuff like that. You just cannot have. This is a nice run by Phil Swift. Outside! He goes to 50, the 40, the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's in! Phil Swift with touchdown!
What a
70
run.
yards! Two back-to-back massive plays for both teams.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns, both by both teams, both by one team. Sorry.
Yeah, one not so fortunate, one very fortunate. What a run! Beautiful blocking there by the offensive lines. You saw he had a hole that was parted more than the Red Sea. He could walk through it, and it was from there on he was gone. Beautiful run, and just like that, the Falcons get exactly what they need.
Yeah.
And just like that, 7-point game again.
I mean, that is exactly how the Falcons really just gave them momentum. That Packers, if you couldn't tell by the bar up top, had max momentum off that pick six, and now the momentum has been drained by that long post-rope touchdown.
Saying, yeah, they had that full momentum swing going, and just like that, it shows how quickly things can change.
Yeah.
As now it's almost only half as full, and it could be in the favor of the Falcons now, coming in with the Packers drive coming up next. Have to wait and see what shows up as the kick's away. And it'll be very short. He's going to take it out. He takes it up about to the 24. Young coming out after his very impressive first half, I believe, had a touchdown to Theo and some nice little checkdowns to keep drives alive. So he tries to go some more deep shots instead of just more checkdowns again.
Yeah. I mean, for the Packers here, touchdown would be huge for them, or even points, because it would make it 2-score game. Falcons need a stop here to get the back ball into the to get the ball back into the offense's hands and maybe tie this game up for them.
See. Young throws it underneath again to John Herbert, and he tries to go outside. He gets a nice broken tackle there, but does not get anything going as he is stopped behind the line for a loss of 1 there.
That is very rare for John Herbert to get stuffed, especially on a reception there. That was just, it looked like Young threw it a bit too early there.
Yeah, I think he progressed his reads so quickly and just figured out the best one would be that check down. So he's going to get into him. He's getting another attempt, but he's just not going to get much there either. That again a 4. 3rd down coming up for the Packers.
I think that the Packers should definitely go away from Herbert here because the Falcons are starting to predict it with those 2 stops there.
So I believe, actually, Madden counted that first pass as a lateral. So it counted that as a rushing attempt by John Herbert. As there's a pass there, Nick Lemieux was right there to pretty much force pressure and make it be a throwaway. 4th down, I believe Hunting's coming out for the Packers.
Yeah. I mean, that's just good stop there by the Falcons, exactly what they need for after getting a huge touchdown to steal the momentum. You know, maybe even getting even more momentum with a stop here.
Sending his punt away, and is now fair catched up to the 29. Now it shows Dingle, but really the big player for the Falcons so far tonight has been Phil Swift.
Yeah.
He's been all over, being the main back, rushing, receiving, doesn't matter. He's there to make the answer.
I mean, both of these teams with running backs who can do it all. Herbert, you know, both of these running backs, Swift and Herbert, have been very good this game, and the main staples of their respective offenses.
Dingle fires underneath to Ricky. I believe that's Ricky Bobby. Yes, that is indeed. As he gets a nice 7-yard reception.
I mean, you can tell by the hair because he has what's that guy's name?
Troy Polamalu hair.
Polamalu.
Hufanga. Yeah, the Polamalu, Hufanga. Yeah.
Yeah, Hufanga hair, Mac Hollins hair.
You say you name it, you probably know it. As there's a nice little run there by Phil Swift. Breaks 2 tackles, but he cannot break away from the 3rd. Gets the 1st down regardless, though. Move the chains for the Falcons.
Yeah. I mean, Swift has just, obviously in the scrap game last week, he carried the Falcons offense, and now he's looking to do it again.
See, he lost that last week's game, and he's making sure that he takes his revenge on it. And he's going for another nice game so far. 13 rushes, 141 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So there's another 3-yard game there for him. So it was a little up the run middle. Try to get something up the middle going. And unfortunately, not as successful as it has been outside, but still, you can't always win some, you lose some. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. Can't always gain 100 yards in each play.
As Phil Swift runs into his lineman, he gets not throw. He's going again. He's at the 30, 25, and he gets stuck at the 20. Wow.
We all agree. Wow.
I mean, it looks like a play that you will see from Jamar Smith, one of the best backs, running into his offensive lineman and probably just getting stopped right there, but instead is able to go around him and break out for another massive play, breaking them in almost to the edge of the red zone.
Yeah, that looked a bit like, dare I say, Le'Veon Bell play there.
Oh, the guy I kept mentioning, that's who I keep seeing every time I see him play. He's another underneath throw. He gets to Ricky Bobby. He gets him inside the red zone to the 5. The Falcons' offense is very alive.
I mean, it seemed like all they needed was that one Phil Swift touchdown, and they have had the spark and ignited from under them.
Yeah, you start to have that pick 6, and it seems all hope was lost, but Phil Swift pretty much saved us. There's another throw underneath, and it's up to a touchdown. They roll a touchdown to Big Chungus. Atlanta is now 1 point away from tying this game up.
I mean, he was traded from the Packers to the Falcons because they sharked this past offseason, and looks like he's regret that decision.
This is his welcome home TD. It looked like the replay, though, he was short by a yard. But it looks like they're not going to review it. And it would be indeed ruled touchdown. And just like that, 21 all.
I mean, the Falcons have definitely just stole this momentum out of the game, out of this Packers team. And, Packers got that pick six to start the drive. They really thought that they had this game in the bag, and then letting up two big drives back-to-back from the Falcons is just, the Packers really need to respond here with a big drive of their own to get the momentum back.
Yeah, it's something. Right now you kind of see at the top that the bar is starting to swing towards Atlanta's way after those two big drives. I would not be surprised if it keeps going out that way. If they can't get something going. This is a nice return there, up to about the 28. That's where they'll mark them. Here comes Young again. We mentioned they would keep using Herbert, but the Falcons have been really starting to narrow on that game plan. So I think you got to think of something here to kind of break that and make it to where you come back into that kind of mixed offense where it throws them off balance. Maybe something somewhat decent somewhere else. You got obviously Zay Sharp, Theo Gibbs had that nice touchdown earlier. No, they're going to hand right back off to Herbert. He goes up for another 4-yard gain.
I mean, eventually the Packers. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry about that. The Packers will definitely need to get away from John Herbert eventually because they can't just use him every single play because the Falcons will know what's coming.
Thing that's just been the Falcons have been able to kind of stuff it, as you kind of see right there. Yep, Nick Lemieux there on the tackle got off his block nicely. He was able to stop Herbert before he could make it into a big play. He had a lot of green grass to kind of run through if he was able to get past Nick Lemieux there on the edge.
I mean, the Packers really need to just reset. I feel like if they don't get anything this drive, they really need to reset their playbook here and maybe get away from Herbert.
So you can reset the something because it's not looking good. There's a nice play by Joseph Young answering the call to Theo Gibbs. Theo Gibbs is having a decent night, actually. I don't think he was merely involved last week almost at all, but this week he's had two nice receptions that have been nice, the big yardage.
Yeah, someone who we haven't seen gotten that much action to that many targets is Theo Edwards. I know he only had 4 receptions last week, but he can be a big part of this offense when he gets targets.
So there's another handoff there to John Herbert, and the defense is there again. I believe that was Bartholomew again for the tackle for loss, and it's now a 3-yard loss in 2nd and 13 coming up for the Packers.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the Falcons are really just going defend the run, defend the run, defend the run because they know that a lot of Herbert is coming.
So yeah, that's been kind of the big thing. Is there's Theo Edwards finally getting involved, and he gets the first. Nice, be able to keep pushing after getting that first initial contact and get that first down.
Yeah.
13 yards on his first reception.
In college, he had the most receiving yards out of any tight end. It was either him or Picknuts.
I thought it was Speedhawk, but yeah.
No, I think he only had like 1,400.
Something like that. There's another deep shot again. He's wide open, and he's going up to the touchdown.
Cyclone? Yeah.
Cyclone. Well, I would say hurricane, but I guess that kind of fits it.
Yeah, I guess. It's a mini hurricane.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the hurricane cyclone gets it in. I believe that was 20?
I think Peterman was covering Cyclone on that play.
And just like that, momentum back in favor of the Packers as they get a 7-point lead over the Falcons again.
I mean, the Packers would love to get a stop here. A stop here would be huge, especially if they can get points the next drive. But from what we've seen, Packers score. Falcons might not score, but the Falcons' defense comes up clutch in stopping the Packers.
See, it's been very back and forth. I mean, in terms of how these teams have played, as you mentioned, either the defense pulls up big or the offense pulls up big for one side and the defense pulls up big for the other side. It's it's just a great game altogether. Back and forth, blows after blows. See the receptions there. Two catches on 4 targets and touchdown. I didn't really see the yards, unfortunately, but some decent yards for Big Chungus.
I don't think I've really seen Jack Cooper that involved this week. Considering last week in the makeup game, he had over 100 yards, and I believe he's been held to 0 tonight.
So yeah, he had that one attempt that I think he had 1 or 2 attempts that got picked and dropped. There's a nice deep throw, but no one there. My goodness. Big Chungus again was the target. Just overthrown by Dingle, though. And I honestly think that was probably for the better, because if he hit the target, he might have gotten picked.
He really decided to chuck that ball down there.
Yeah, he thought he had him beat, but I guess the safety was able to kind of pull back around. As there's a nice little handoff to Phil Swift, and he gets only about a yard. Main contributor for this Falcons offense tonight.
Yeah.
Be able to stop him there before he can get anything big, because as we saw early last drive, if you give him any chance at all to make a play, he is going to make it. So you got to be there ready to stop it. Quick throw over the middle, and it's dropped. Wow.
That is rough.
Trey Hyman might have gotten a hand on it.
But Hyman has looked like the best corner out of this corner class so far. Last week getting rookie player of the week, I believe, defensively for NFC, and now showing out again tonight.
And he was the NFC rookie of the week, and he's showing why with another nice play. As you see the receptions and targets, 3 for 66 and a touchdown for Derek Cyclone tonight.
Who was? I believe it was NFC. Oh, NFC was Neon last week. Sorry, not Hyman.
Yeah, Neon had a nice game last week for the Vikings, but Hyman was able to get the rookie of the week in the NFC. As Young, he also, by the way, was the offensive player of the week for the NFC, I believe. So, 2 stellar games for both these guys and the Packers, and not nearly as extravagant tonight, or really as eye-popping, but they had their own in terms of great coverage. Decent leads.
Young has looked decent tonight. Maybe not like how he was last week, but he's still good.
As Herbert again gets stuffed at the line. Howie Short, the rookie, tackled him.
I believe second-round pick either right after or right before Albert Hainsworth. The second went to the Bengals.
It's an empty set here for Joseph Young. Look around, fires quick, left side, caught. John Herbert with the reception, moved the chains for the Packers, and because he went out of bounds, it stopped the clock.
Yeah. I'm surprised that he hung on to that. He got hit right after he caught that.
So usually running backs sometimes have that unfortunate ability to just drop in critical situations, but not Herbert. He's able to hang on there. Even dragged him for a bit before being out of bounds. As clock's ticking, and it will be okay. I thought they snapped it there. I thought end of 3, 28-21.
And we're into the 4th. And I've heard from both coaches of what their game plans are for the final quarter of the game. So far, the Atlanta Falcons' game plan is to just simply score. Let's see if they'll do this on this drive. And for the Packers, it's just to lock down the run and don't let up any big pass plays.
Thank you, Ryan. There's a nice run there by John Herbert outside. He gets it up into Falcon territory, up to the 36.
That was really the first, big run that we've seen out of Herbert the second half. The Falcons have looked very, very good at stopping the inside runs, but maybe they just forgot that the Packers could get outside.
I think they kept drawing them inside and was able to think of another inside run to finally break it out and go for that nice run. There's Joseph Young coming in screaming, having a heater, and it's touched it. Oh my God, what a catch!
Oh my
goodness! What a moss! You got moss! Wow, what a catch! That's how you make a statement.
Holy shit.
Second touchdown of the game for Theo Gibbs, and he's having a stellar night tonight.
Can we mention how Young threw that on a dime while running?
Saying, yeah, he had heat coming in fast in front of him and just threw an absolute dime. I mean, wow, what a play all around for the Packers. It is now a 14-point game again in favor of them.
Yeah, that is what you want your QB to do. You know, being able to ignore the pressure, step up in the pocket, throw the ball on the run, and drop a dime right into your wide receiver's arms. And that's exactly what Young did there.
So, yeah, that's exactly what you need from a quarterback who's going into their third year now in the league, I believe. Yeah, this is his third year.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, this would be Gibbs' second year.
Oh no, yeah, Gibbs, my fault. I was talking about Young who had that catch.
Oh yeah, this would be Young's
bro.
third.
Yeah, Gibbs second, Young's third. Sorry. Don't mind us. A little slow still. Still gotta catch up to speed, unfortunately, as the Falcons come back out. You gotta get points. Something.
Yeah.
Something to snap this momentum in favor of the Packers and just get yourself on the board again. I mean, you had 2 drives, I believe, that got stuffed, and the Packers, within that time period, got 2 touchdowns off of it. Dingle throws quick, underneath, caught. I believe that is Big Chungus for 4 yards.
Create a new character, Zay Chungus.
Zay Chungus, correct. The new guy, yes. Johnny Flynn with a tackle there.
Flynn has looked good tonight. You know, not really allowing Chungus to get anything on him, and having some breakups and deflections.
Saying, yeah, there's a blitz coming, but they pick it up. Throw underneath to Jack Cooper, and he gets the first.
That is, I believe, his first time touching the ball tonight. Yeah, it is his first reception.
I think he had 3 targets, and then the drop, and the target that got intercepted, and finally gets his first catch of the night. The decent one too. Up kick the first and more. Off the blitz there. As this they go again, quick over the middle, and I believe that is Ricky Bobby. Second and 1 coming up for the Falcons.
He got hit hard there, but was able to hang on.
Saying he has one of the better hands in the league. He had a lot of big hits last year that many thought would be dropped, but he's able to show time and time again he can hang on to those big hit balls. It's another quick throw underneath, and it'll be another catch there by Big Chungus. First down, and they're now pushing into Packers territory.
Yeah, and this is what the Falcons need to get a touchdown on this drive to stay in this game. You know, you can't let the Packers run away with the game, especially at this point in the game. You know, if they were to get stopped here and the Packers could score a touchdown, this game could just be out of reach.
This big run there by Phil Swift up the middle. My fault. I know.
You're good.
It's just a big play.
Yeah.
That was a nice run there. That was about, I think, 15 yards.
Yeah.
Just like they're almost knocking at the red zone again.
Yeah. I mean,
Dingle. Shotgun. Is that to Phil Swift? Nothing.
is 17 for 187, 2 touchdowns in the game. That is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he had that fire last week, and he's igniting it again in this game, trying to get back what he lost. As Dingle throws over the middle, it is cut. I can't see. Oh, Norman! Oh, Norman! He has got a catch! Yes! Oh, the legendary tight end!
The most
35 coming up for the Packers. No, the Falcons, my fault.
The most noblest of Normans.
The noblest of tight end Normans. Dingle throws underneath. Phil Swift catches it. First down. Nice little running back outside route there, and he catches it and gets the first. Johnny Flynn again with the tackle.
I believe from me playing enough Madden, that's red zone scissors on that play call there.
I believe that was actually, yeah. Dingle, empty set. Oh, man, empty set in the red zone. Interesting play call. Blitz coming, gets picked up. He throws it. He gets a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
What a catch. Big Chungus. His second touchdown of the night in his welcome home game.
I mean, that is a catch that Season 2 Big Chungus would make, and he looked like Season 2 Big Chungus on that play.
Wow. Two great receivers having a great game tonight. Big Chungus and Theo Gibbs for the Packers.
Yeah.
Saying they play against former teams they were on. They want their revenge.
Yeah.
Well, Theo Gibbs them. It is now a 7-point game between the two.
Man, this has just been a very, very entertaining game, especially the second half. You know, last drive, you know, Phil Swift, big touchdown, Big Chungus, big touchdown, Theo Gibbs, big Moss, and Ben Simmons' pick six have all came in the second half.
So,
and
yeah,
the second half has just been very, very fun.
when we went into half, this game was 14-7. Since then, 21 scored for Atlanta and 28 scored for the Packers. So that's one hell of a way to...
Both have scored 21 in the second half, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That 21. Yep, my fault. Math a little off today, unfortunately. The effects of liquor have been starting to kick in a little bit, but it's nice and toasty. Anyways, tonight's game beverage tonight is actually margarita. Type of canned margarita, unfortunately. So drink responsibly, and here's up to Jimmy Buffett as he sings away in peacefully Margaritaville.
Or if you're Nas, you just become an alcoholic. So
No.
there's that path.
Anyways, first down. Handoff to John Herbert. Gets a nice 5 yards. So John Herbert was very quiet in the whole third quarter. I mean, he was kind of shut down, but he's starting to catch lightning again so far in the fourth. When the Packers call on him, he's been showing up.
Yeah. What you need your running back to do. What really any player to do.
And yes, there's a nice... This is what's coming! He's coming quick and he gets him down! Ken Griffey III with the sack on Joseph Young. The third tonight for Atlanta.
Yes, Ken Griffey III getting the third sack of the night for Atlanta is pretty funny, but that's what he does. He's been a very, very good D tackle for the Falcons. He's going notably over Walu in the season 1 compensation draft mid-season.
Yeah, he's picked over Walu, who's been one of the best D tackles in the league and one of the better players for Miami. As Just Young stands, pressure coming again, and look at me, and so I couldn't see. I think that was the case on the outside. As he throws away there, 4th and 14, punt team coming out, and that's what you need for Atlanta.
Yeah.
A stop.
Just under 5 minutes left in this game. You know, a good drive. If the Falcons were to tie it up, try and maybe get the clock under 2 minutes. You know, not give the Packers enough time to go downfield and score.
Saying hits right into it. Saying get a score here, stop, score again. You can probably carry this game away, but we'll see how they come out.
Yeah.
Game plan this drive. 5 minutes. About 5 minutes, a little less than that, obviously, about 10 seconds. But so they were starting at, I think, their own 47. So it's a very nice field position already. So let's see if they're able to capitalize off it. Yep, they're at the 147. Dingle underneath center, hands it off outside. Phil Swift runs right into the defensive end and gets stuck at the line. Pumpernickel and tackle. 1 yard gain.
Notably, season 2 draftee Jellicoe Pumpernickel got auto selected to the Packers after not being able to make the trade with the Bengals and running out of time, needing to get auto picked.
Yeah, you're a bit interesting. And then, oh my goodness, Missed throw over the middle. Drops incomplete. Third down coming up for Atlanta.
I mean, Dingle cannot have missed that pass. That would have been, even if he wouldn't have gotten the first 3rd and short for them, which would have been huge. Instead, now it's 3rd and long.
So yeah, 3rd and short, he can kind of run it or pass it, give him kind of a surprise. This one's obviously going to be a passing down. As you can see, there's a lot of people in coverage. And there's a nice play by Jack Cooper outside on the outside route. First down, up to the 37.
And, Jack Cooper, might not be having the best game yardage-wise, but he has been coming up with some clutch catches.
That's his second kind of clutch catch of the game. Get that other one earlier, another 3rd down where he's able to bring him. They scored there on that one. So let's see, that also helps keep that going as there's Dingle changed the play out the line, making it interestingly in a center instead of a shotgun. He's going to roll out, throw it quick over the middle, and completed. I believe that was Jalen Bradford on the catch there. And it is indeed.
Yeah.
2nd and 7.
Bradford hasn't really done much. Only 2 catches for 8 yards. Maybe wanting to get Bradford more involved. The Falcons might need to throw it to him more.
So yeah, last week it was Ricky Bobby who was kind of quiet. This week it's Jalen Bradford. They hand it off to Phil Swift. He gets surplexed at the line. Gain of 2. 3rd down coming up for Atlanta again.
I think for Atlanta, they can't have everyone have nice games because they have too many lefties. Cooper has looked nice this season. Obviously Phil Swift, Ricky Bobby, big chungus Jalen Bradford. But one of them is going to have a bad game.
And this is a nice play outside. Jalen Bradford, I believe, with the catch there. He's up to the 5. And just like that, speaking of the people who need to get involved, there he is.
Speak of the damn devil. There is Jalen Bradford.
30. I think that was a 31-yard play there. And they're now, again, knocking at the door for another touchdown.
This might just be Phil Swift's 3rd touchdown of the game here, potentially, if they run it.
Let's see what they do. Dingle under the center, running down to the 2 minute. They might try to chew out as much time as they can before they snap it, and that's what they're doing. Play action. Dingle throws, quick, outside, incomplete. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game. So they get one more play before a 2-minute warning. And then we'll see how quickly they snap there. If they get another one, then they just take it down to the 2.
This is probably going to be the last play before 2-minute warning. Unless there's an incompletion.
Seems like another quick incompletion, yeah. Dingle. Snap the back, throws halfback screen, throws it to Phil Swift, he gets stopped at the 2. 2-minute warning.
And let's see what the Falcons do here. They've passed the last 2 plays. Maybe trying to get the Packers not thinking they'll run, but maybe they'll run it here.
We'll see. Dingle again, the shotgun. Interesting. Quick throw, but it's incomplete. He underthrew the guy. It was Jack Cooper he was targeting. Just completely under. I think they were way behind him, and I think he also got blasted as he tried to make that attempt for the catch. 4th down. I mean, you might want to go for this. Yeah, you got to go for this. You need a touchdown to come back into this. If you can, your defense has already proved to be unstoppable. As they hand off to Phil Swift, he gets blown up before he has a chance. And there's a massive stop there by the Packers.
I mean, what were the Falcons doing that drive? You have one of the most, you're running back. Phil Swift has been potent this game. He's been very, very good at gaining yardage. Even if you could hand it off to him all 4 plays, he's bound to get 3 or 4 yards at least one play.
So, yeah, that was very questionable decision making, going for 2-3 passes and then running it when they completely expected to run there. Not the brightest play calls, but Packers taking over. They got 2 minutes. The 2-minute warning is already passed, so Atlanta has to use their timeouts. They want to stop again as much time as they can. And they're gonna stop. There's a safety. Completely reflects everything. Massive Ken Griffey the third with a huge play.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Negate everything mentioned. with that safety, Atlanta gets the ball back and also still has all 3 timeouts and can pretty much control this game as long as they get a touchdown.
I mean, it looked like that was just a missed blocking assignment there on whoever was supposed to be blocking Ken Griffey there, and he took full advantage.
Yeah, he came screaming in from that missed block and made fully aware that this is why you should not miss on big playmakers like him. See tonight for Phil Swift, 227 yards alone, almost 200 rushing.
Gosh, dude!
Wow, what a stand-up!
I mean, he is proving why he was taken in the 3rd round as running back too, making the Bengals, look a bit stupid by drafting Carr over him.
Saying Carr only had 8 rushing yards on the game last week compared to Phil Swift, who's had 2 great games. As there's a miss throw over the middle by Dingle again.
For the Falcons here, you don't necessarily need to pass every single play. You have 3 timeouts. There's still enough time for you to run the ball, with Phil Swift, and he might even break one off,
Yeah, he's always that dangerous rusher, the runner, and Phil Swift as Dingle again fires left side, deflected, massive. Number 40. That was.
Pretty sure it's an AI.
That's an AI player. Let me make sure we just validate these sources and believe it is. Yeah, an AI with a deflection there. Interesting. Dingle throws quick. Misses entirely. Oh my goodness, almost picked.
Oh my gosh.
How did he drop that?
Well, it's Ben Simmons who had the catch earlier, but just couldn't hang on to that one again.
The real question is, how does he drop that from Bobby? Like, you've been one of the most secure receivers the past few, and he just looks like a shell of himself.
So, yeah, it's a play action. Dingle has plenty of time. Throws it. No, he dropped it! Wow, that is huge! He was wide open. Big Chungus on the drop. 2 back-to-back massive drops by Atlanta's receivers, and the Packers have the ball at the 38 on Atlanta's side.
Wow.
I mean, what else can you really say to that? Wow.
That was crucial.
Saying Ricky Bobby and Big Chungus, 2 of the big names from Atlanta. Not many drops you see like that happen, but you see them tonight as there's a timeout call by Atlanta to try to save as much time as they can. Force them a field goal and hopefully stop them before they get that. Try to do something. I mean,
a first down here ends the game. The Falcons just need to stop here. If the Falcons let up a first, the Packers pretty much have this game secured.
There's a handoff again. And there it is. Herbert gets the first and more. He gets up to about the 29. He gets down to 19. I believe that will be ball game.
That should be game. Barring a very, very rare fumble, that should be game.
And the Packers will more than likely, bearing anything miracle, will be moving to 2-0 on the season. And what many consider a rebuilding year, already 2-0 is a massive way to start.
Could the Packers be the underdog contenders of the NFC? And with the Falcons dropping to 0-2, NFC is pretty much wide open here.
Saying, that the shocking revelation of everyone thought early in the season the Packers were just completely going to tank and try to get as much capital as they can. Instead, they're able to get 2 big wins on NFC opponents. In the Lions and the Falcons, both teams who many consider to be playoff contending teams.
Yeah. I mean, the Falcons with, they had a decent game. The defense probably could have played better, but Phil Swift mainly carried that offense, And Dingle with that pick six definitely sort of costed the Falcons the game.
Saying there's no I in team, but if there's one person maybe people are going to point to the loss of this game, it's probably me, Dingle, especially since if he had how many missed throws and that terrible pick six. Got to be questioning about that one getting into the locker room tonight. Yes, the Packers don't have to snap this ball here. They can let it go down, but they'll instead try to go for the garbage time field goal, and they will. 38-30 with a final score here in Lambeau.
That was unnecessary assault, and I am very down for it.
Packers are showing up, and they've had 2 30-plus point games from this offense.
You know,
almost 40.
An offense that people wrote off as being bad after Joseph Young had a down year last year, and they pretty much considered their only weapon being Zay Sharp going into the year. Theo Gibbs has stepped into this role as wide receiver 2, as playing very, very good in it.
As you saw tonight from Joseph Young, he had a very well passing rating and 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Kind of neat is Theo Gibbs stat line: 3 receptions, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a game for him!
You know, you could definitely consider Gibbs as the defensive MVP or the offensive MVP. Like either him or Herbert as the offensive MVPs of this team.
See, I think of this.
Kyle in here.
How are you feeling?
Doing good. We're starting 2-0 with a team I knew was going to be doing good on offense. Defense was always up in question.
Yeah, very strong offensive back-to-back weeks, and defensive has some ups and downs. So we'll see how that kind of holds into next week.
And RSS, some questions for you. How do you feel about the team's loss so far and heading into 0-2 into week 3?
I mean, the last 2 weeks have been two pretty tough losses. You know, obviously we had that win last week until Stats got murdered. And this week, Dingle just looking like absolute dog shit, wasting Phil Swift's, over 200-yard game. Just, Dingle needs to play better. The defense also needs to play better. Just overall, this whole team needs to play better, except for Phil Swift.
Saying, look at that.
Of no one, the terrible quarterback is terrible.
Say, look at that stat: 20 for 189 and 2 touchdowns. The 9.4 average for Phil Swift.
What a game, man!
What a game for the rookie.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say I think we know who's winning Rookie of the Week for the NFC.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty good. It's still early to tell, but saying that's a game like that is quite a performance.
Mm-hmm.
Look, so defensively, obviously, not as spectacular.
Got a tackle, W.
Saying plenty of stops there on Herbert, keeping him behind the line, but he was able to still get a few nice runs off of it. So they're gonna give that half a sack. Interesting, half a sack to Wilson and Lemieux. Interesting. I did not know that. I thought it was just a full sack to Lemieux, but I guess they counted that.
Why did they show Kaz on that play?
Yeah.
What?
I'm guessing because he made the tackle. I'm guessing whenever the ball was picked up, the tackle.
They probably said was like, oh, he made the tackle on the guy that recovered the ball. So let's just show his name.
Saying that's Madden at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. As I believe that's everything done, and we'll see you guys Saturday for, I believe, the Lions Eagles, which should be another really good NSU showdown. So, this all here from Lambeau